What's up, traders? This is Rogue here. I thought I'd post a new video, talk a little bit about trading, what it's really like for some of us. From the outside, it looks like we're making all these great moves. We've got our shit together. But really, those of us that trade really well just have controlled chaos. And what you're viewing right now, Mad Max, this is day trading, right? You're the guy trying to run. You're the guy or gal trying to survive, and everyone's after you, and your trades blow up, your accounts blow up, just like the car that just flipped over, and you're there, but you're not giving up. And a lot of it has to do with your inability to make good decisions, like I've talked about before. You can't really stick to a plan. So what do? You end up swing trading for a while, and when that fails, you end up scalping. And then when that fails, you end up saying, well, I can get the documents and look at the earnings sheet and make some, bets on the prices and all that good stuff. And when that fails, you're like, what else can I do? And you're like, hey, what's this cool thing? Bid options. Maybe I can do this, right? And you do that for a while and you fail at that. And the cycle just repeats. It continues to repeat. But what day trading is that you've got your car. And every time you fail, you modify your car just a little bit more, right? So all of us have these cars, and from the outside, they're all going from point A to point B, but we're getting there completely different. All of our cars are souped up completely different, just like in Mad Max. So what you have to do, you have to get your car and you've got to modify it so that it works with you. And that's where you fail because you don't know yourself. You don't know what works with you, right? Have you ever sat down and just thought to yourself, what's your personality traits? And given the trading arena, what works with you, right? It might look really cool when I'm trading, people are watching me, and I'm making these huge moves, and I'm in and I'm out within 15 seconds or a minute, right? From the outside, it seems really cool, right? That's fast money, but that trading style may not fit your personality. There's lots of risk. And if you're not prepared to make those risks, you're going to start making moves that won't help you profit from this strategy. So, when I'm mentoring traders, I spend a lot of time figuring out their emotional, um, their process, the way they think, because that plays a large part on how you trade. It's very similar to the way people drive. People that drive in the fast lane, that don't use blinkers, that make these quick moves, are usually really good scalpers because they're constantly on the head swivel. They know what's happening, multiple cars in front of them. They know what's happening on both sides of the lane, and they do that effortlessly versus someone else. Someone that doesn't like driving the fast lane, that's, really cautious and always using blinkers and, before they exit, they get in the correct lane 2 miles before their exit, right? That's usually not the traits of a scalping type of person. But I'm not saying you can't do that. You're just trying to correlate your personality, your emotional state, and what you know so that you have the best odds of surviving the day trading world. Um, so last Friday, I did a couple trades. I usually like to, if I'm ahead of the game during the week, on Friday, I like to size down because it's nothing like working your ass off and losing the money and giving it back to the market on a Friday, right? That's just going to ruin your weekend. So let's switch over here. So last Friday, Monster was a nice player. It's a $130 stock. So um, if you don't have enough capital to make a significant move, it's not really worth your time to trade some of these other stocks. But I like to look at when you're scalping in like 20, 50, 80, 100, and $120,000, sometimes 250 pops. So let's just go on the low end and say we're just going to go in here and say $20 to $40,000 a pop. Okay. So as you can see here, I've got a couple trades there. I shorted Monster in both of these trades. The first one was at around 130, 130.80, right? So 130.80 is about here, which was this nice red candle there. I was hoping for a follow through, of which I got stopped out at about 130.10, right? So from 130.86, and they stopped me out at 130.10, right? So with enough money in there, right? This is, say if you got 40,000 or so, that's 100. That's over $100, 150 or whatever. I don't know. Don't you know? But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that big follow through. Um, and it's always in hindsight, right? Because you look at the stock now and you're like, oh, well, I know exactly where I should get in. But while it's happening, that's what makes the difference between okay traders and really good traders. Can you figure out where the big moves are at and actually take advantage of it? Right. So, the second trade was at 131.53, which is up here, right? 131.53. I just said 131.50, right? So I caught that one and I got stopped out around 130.70, 130.67. Right, so all the way down, you're following it all the way down and pop, right? So this is the other thing. Once you get into your position, some people just let it ride. Other people follow it with their stops, right? And I do a combination of both. And for this one, of course, you look at the red candle, but you don't realize that, while it's in here, it's oscillating back and forth, right? So that's where I got stopped out at 130.67, 130.70. But that's not a bad ride. That's almost a full, you know, close to $1. Um, and if you go at, if you went at $40,000 taking both these trades, you're already at $500, which is that's not bad. That's a nice dinner. Um, but that's on the low end, right? If you go in with size, um, if this was like a Monday or a Tuesday, um, you'd go in much heavier, right? So, if you're going in at um, 100 grand, 80 grand, you're already sitting on top of $1,000, and it's what time is it? It's just past 7:30. Um, so yeah, those are a couple trades that um, I got on into last Friday. So hopefully you're enjoying the Instagram, and I'm creating lots of trader drama for you. And feel free to keep emailing me and asking me questions. But just remember the Mad Max concept, right? Create your vehicle and start modifying it. It's about survival. Okay. You have to create your vehicle and you have to drive it. Don't sit there all day long looking at us. You have to drive it. You have to figure it out. You've got to go through the pain, and that's how you learn. So I guess I'll wrap it up. It's been about 10 minutes now. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will talk to everyone later on. Bye.